Let ours be a time remembered for the awakening of a new reverence for life, the firm resolve to achieve sustainability, the quickening of the struggle for justice and peace, and the joyful celebration of life.
Cause is not just about meetings and rallies. Cause is about turning ordinary people into leaders so that they can change a community and own it and take it back and make it a better place.
Before I got involved with Cause, my leadership skills were hiding somewhere. I guess I was afraid to let them come out. Now I am not.
The governor this year has proposed eliminating the entire in-home health support service. If this happens, how would all these people survive?
I first learned about Cause through Dr. Vargas. He made an impression on me because he actually made an attempt to reach out to the African American community and come out to NAACP meetings. I have a passion for public service. When I went to school to get my master's in public policy and administration, because I wanted to become more involved in the community, politically, and I wanted to change the environment in the county of Ventura for my kids.
This environment would not work for a teenager.
It was important to me not to become involved with an organization that was simply a talking head.
I have been able to find who I am as an individual. I have been able to feel that I'm not just another student, that I'm someone who can change things for the better, that can make things happen for what I believe in or for what I want in life, in the community, wherever I may be. You're a community member just like everyone else, and you can change something. There's people that are 40 and don't realize that. It's like you can be 17, 15, 13 and realize you have power to change things.
Cause and our community organizing work really lifts up the voices of young people and working families, people of all different backgrounds, to work together and to have a very powerful voice in the decisions that are impacting their lives. Actually, the story of community organizing is kind of like my story. My personal story. I grew up in a very traditional Mexican family. So at home, I had a role that was very specific to me, and I felt that I was invisible and I felt that I didn't have a voice. And it's not until I began to understand what community organizing was that I began to discover that I have a voice as well. Community organizing is about organized democracy, that the people have a voice in the decisions that are being made by our representatives.
I felt empowered by Cause. Your constituency is a very important constituency for me as an elected representative to Congress from the Ventura County area. So thank you for the work you do.
Given California's ongoing budget crisis, Cause leaders have come to realize that without tax and fiscal reform, basic fairness and shared economic prosperity are unattainable. To build power and effect change, Cause is working with community members to organize a base of informed voters engaged around budget reform. Leading up to the 2010 primary election, a staff of emerging leaders had nearly 30,000 conversations with voters in Ventura and Santa Barbara counties. Through phone banking and precinct walking, these leaders reached new and occasional voters, those voters who often don't participate at election time. Often talking to one voter at a time, these budding leaders began thousands of new relationships with voters and encouraged participation with individuals who often struggle to understand the relevance of the ballot to their daily lives. The efforts are part of a growing statewide coalition of more than 20 regional organizations forming the California Alliance, which aims to build a base of 500,000 voters who will become a tipping point for budget, tax, and fiscal reform in California. Environmental justice, put plainly, means having a healthy environment for all people. Low income and people of color continue to unjustly bear the brunt of toxic and hazardous environments at home, at school, at play, and at work. Cause leaders, in collaboration with other local progressive groups, organized the 2,500 community members who effectively prevented construction of the LNG terminal on our coast. Cause organized more than 1,000 people, including youth and children, to speed up the cleanup of Helico and to prevent a third electrical power plant from being built in Oxnard. Cause has and will continue to testify before the Central Coast Regional Water Quality Board to stop continued nitrate contamination of drinking water in farm worker communities. But Cause doesn't just react to problems.
You're working 7 generations out speaks to long-term goals, and that's what our federal government needs to be doing now too.
Cause's success is rooted in its ability to build powerful coalitions. This strategy began with Cause's early work as the Ventura County Living Wage Coalition, which fought for and effectively brought about the adoption of 4 living wage ordinances. This form of coalition building later served in expanding health coverage to children and farm workers, and in bringing about the adoption of local city smart growth policies. These efforts to bring together diverse groups has also led to garnering support from unlikely allies such as the Chamber of Commerce. Efforts to develop a green economy will require the same diverse coalition building. Cause has brought together business, workforce development, education, community-based organizations, and Black and Latino faith and community leaders to address race, gender, and socioeconomic equity in the green economy. While most businesses are seeing the benefit of going green, there are some that are at the cutting edge of the triple bottom line.
People ask, what do you do? You know, my company is called Sanitech. The easiest way to describe it is we're high-tech plumbing. Look, it's got to start somewhere. And if you want to get off your butt and go and do something, where do you go? Hopefully Cause can get a message out to say, hey, we can give you a voice.
I'm empowered and I'm important.
We have the opportunity to get it right, and I want to help get it right.
Mujer con poder.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move.